I love Nicki Minaj. That's my wife. Remember these words. We will be married. Okay, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my new series, which is called My Two Cents. Simple enough. And basically, I'll be just coming to give my opinion. And then some. My first episode is going to be about none other than the Nicki Minaj. I'm going to be giving my 2 cents on one of my favorite artists to ever grace this earth. Yeah, anybody who knows me knows how much I love Nicki Minaj. One, it's not something that I try to hide or that I'm shy about. Like, if you know me, you know. And of course, with her album Pink Friday 2 coming out literally in a couple hours, it makes absolute sense that my first episode for this series on my YouTube channel would be about the Queen. And of course, I got my pink on because you know we gotta rep always. For this first episode of my 2 cents, I am going to be talking about the top 5 reasons why I love Nicki Minaj. Now, there are a lot of reasons why I love that lady, a lot, and I could go on and on all day, but I'm gonna try to break it down into 5 points so that everybody can understand why she the queen and why the Barbs love her so much. So the first reason definitely has to be this reason, because this is probably the first thing that attracted me to her as an artist. When she came out, there was just something about everything that she did, honestly, that was just like fresh, new. It was the creativity behind it is what made it so great. The way she expressed herself creatively when she first started is one of the things that really set the precedent for her career and just how much people love and respect the artistry of Nicki Minaj. So her creativity, from the raps that she wrote, the way that she spit the raps that she wrote, to what she was wearing, to the alter egos that she created when she was first coming up, like all of that was a part of her creativity. And again, it's one of the things that is so great about her as an artist, because even now, even with being an icon and being the status that she is, I do feel like sometimes she may overthink or rethink some things based on how people may receive it. But I think still to this day, she still allows herself to have creative control over her career and what she puts out. And I think that's what makes her great. That's one of the reasons why she's still so relevant now, because her creativity allows her to continue to come up with these things that we as consumers want. It's almost like at the beginning of her career, like the way that she would say certain words, the way she started calling her fans Barbs, you know, Harajuku Barbie, the way she was using her creativity and her words to create this world that we all kind of just wanted to be a part of and live in. And it's so funny because it reminds me of what just happened on social media with Gag City and the release of Pink Friday 2, and how her fans, the Barbs, taking that same inspiration of creativity and then turning it into like this whole big promotion thing with Gag City, where like some of the top brands are like responding to just bar pages. Nicki wasn't even on social media most of the day, and everybody was just on social media interacting with the Barbs about this Gag City, this fake world that's, you know, about Pink Friday 2. So like, yes, her creativity has to be the first thing that I mention, because again, I think that's what part of the reason that makes her so great. And let's be honest, you got some artists that ain't been in the game more than 5 years that sound more redundant than Nicki does. Like, she's able to stay that fresh, and she's 15 years in the game. Creativity definitely has to be first. But second, I definitely would have to say is her ambition. Like, she came into the game saying she wanted to be the best. Like, I mean, she honestly came in saying she wanted to take Lil Kim's spot, not because she didn't respect Kim, but she viewed Kim as the best. And she wanted to be the best, right? And she's always been very candid about that. She wants to be the best female rapper that's ever walked this earth. And honestly, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it because she wants it. She wants it, and it shows in her work ethic. She came in like knowing that she didn't want a man to write her rap. She came in knowing that she wanted to set the bar for female rappers and raise it. She came in with these things already in her head, right? Like, before she even became big, she knew she wanted to impact the rap game for the positive. She knew she wanted to make it better. She didn't just want to come in and be the only person. A lot of people, I feel like, try to flip the narrative, like, because she's so ambitious and so competitive, that people think that she wants to be the only female rapper in the game. And I think that's like probably the furthest thing from the truth, because she wants to be the best. You can't be the best without competition. That's just simple, right? She wasn't talking about, oh, I'm coming in and I'm going to be the richest female rapper, or I want to have the best cars as a female rapper. She didn't come in saying, I want to have the best brand deals as a female rapper. No, she came in saying that she wanted to be the best female rapper, right? No other things. It was the ambition of her wanting to perfect her craft and be the best at it. And she's done that. So like, I feel like a really good analogy for like how Nicki came in the game. Like, people wanted her to run in as fast as she did and with as much force as she did, while also dragging 5 people with her. And that's just not feasible for the way she broke through doors and came in the game. So she ran through fast as she could with force, so she could knock them doors down off the hinges, so the next girl wouldn't have to come up to the door and twist the knob. Like, it should have just already been open. And that's what she was doing. But again, it got misconstrued because, I mean, I feel like at a certain point, she raised the bar so high that it did make other female rappers probably feel like they couldn't do it. Until female rap became this thing of put a wig, nice booty, hype beat, and you got true female rapper. Until it became that, because it became that, that made people think that it was easy, but she still was trying to raise the bar. So that was the first one, being her creativity, and then the second being her ambition. So number 3, I'm gonna definitely have to say her consistency. Her consistency in life and in music. I feel like there's something really dope about being able to grow as a person or artist, but to still kind of remain the same to the core of you and who you are to the core of you as a person. Like, not letting the world make you something that you're not. If you watch clips of her from 2 years ago, you can hear her saying literally the exact same things that she say today, right? Like, her values, her morals, the things that she stand on have never changed. Consistency in all ways. How many billboard entries she has, like, that's consistency. That's consistently putting out music, regardless if people love it or if they don't love it, regardless if it goes #1 or if it doesn't. She is a female rap artist. She has the most entries out of any female artist. That's consistency. That's consistently working on what it is that you do. That's consistency. And I love that. Even when she's not consistently the best or consistently the Nicki that you may love, she's consistently striving to continuously be that, not just for herself, but for fans, right? Like, she's dedicated her life to this craft, and she really be putting her all into being Nicki Minaj. Like, she created this person, this icon, this iconic star, and she works her ass off at remaining consistent at being that. And I love that about her. Consistency is also authenticity. That's what being authentic looks like. Being able to pull up videos of you from 10 years ago and videos of you now, and you being able to say the same thing. Not pulling up videos of you 5 years ago and you were saying that you were Latina, then pulling up videos now where you're claiming black culture as your own. So creativity, ambition, consistency. And number 4 definitely has to be her resilience. Oh, we already know how this goes. And again, I feel like all of these points kind of go into each other, right? A lot of these points also explain why this lady is still around for so long. Like, why is she still thriving? And she's not an everybody's artist. Everybody don't love Nicki Minaj. She's just not that artist. I don't think she ever will be. I think a lot of people love her and love to hate her, but to still be in the game this long, I think there was a point in her career that made everybody really realize just how resilient she was as an artist, as a star, as a person. Like, every Barb probably know what I'm about to say is her queen era, right? That's when you was really able to see how resilient she really was, because not that she went through most of her career or the beginning of her career not having competition, but I feel like there was a shift as soon as labels saw that they could crack the code of female rap. It was inevitable that that was gonna come with some tearing down of Nicki Minaj, right? So if you think about any business, at one point, Nicki Minaj was basically like a monopoly in the female rap space. There was just nobody else putting up numbers that were even close to hers, right? She was just, not that there wasn't competition, but she was doing so well that she was almost untouchable, right? And I think during her queen era is when newer female rappers started to pop up. And I think up until that point, we hadn't really seen her really have competition, or competition that like looked like it was gonna affect her at all, right? But during that era, like, she really was up against a lot of record labels and a lot of entities, I feel like, in the rap industry that were getting tired of there being a monopoly of female rap, right? Especially as big as Nicki is, as much music as she sells, right? Like, as many fans as she has. Of course, as a business, other record labels are going to want that. Just like whoever the first fast food restaurant, they didn't create the first fast food restaurant and then nobody was like, oh, let me copy that. No, they was like, oh, they making money selling hamburgers really quick, really cheap. Let me sell hamburgers really quick, really cheap. Let me compete. And of course, when you're doing that, and as a business, when you're trying to compete with an entity that's already there, one of the things that you're going to do is highlight the ways that your product is better, or highlight the ways that the other product may be flawed. And that's what was happening during that era. It was a big push on, like, let's show consumers of female rap how flawed this product is, and you can have all these other products that don't argue with everybody. That's not a bitch. That's not stopping people bags, right? Let me show you all these other ones you can choose from. And that's what happened. Honestly, that's why the narrative, I feel like, not only changed, because Nicki has always been the same direct, assertive boss woman that she is today. She's always been that. But I think the reason why the narrative kind of really switched is because, again, other people are showing you, hey, this is what's flawed about this product. McDonald's, they have frozen patties. Wendy's be like, we never freeze our patties. They're always fresh patties, right? That's just how business works. And again, when you're a monopoly like Nicki, they're going to come and try to take what you have because she was making bank, right? So her resilience definitely came into play during that era, because again, she's not just going up against other artists, she's going up against record labels who want this space to not be a monopoly anymore. And it wasn't just one, you know, it's all of them. They all want to push their female rap products. And to do that, you have to disrupt the monopoly that exists in that space currently. And that was Nicki. And that's what happened. But, which is why this is the fourth reason why I love her. When you're resilient, when God puts a gift on you, when you know what you're supposed to be doing, and when you have a purpose on your life, you gonna be resilient. Your gift can stand up to 100 people, 100 machines, because not only are you strong, are you creative, are you all these things, but you're also resilient, and you also have a purpose, and she did. So we had the number one reason was her creativity. Number two was her ambition. Number three, her consistency. Number four is her resilience. And number five, which is the last one, definitely just has to be an honorable mention because it's kind of unrelated to the other four. But number five definitely has to be the way that she treats her fans. So you can say that this lady is a bitch all you want to. You can tell me 1,000 stories, 1,000,000 even, of how she stopped somebody bag behind the scenes and not show me proof. You can tell me that 1,000 times, and that's still not going to change the way I view her as a person, right? To be a person that not only dedicates your life to a certain craft, especially a craft that is constantly critiqued, right? Like you're going to get critiques as an artist. To choose a craft and dedicate yourself to not only making that craft better, but making yourself the best in that craft is one thing. But to then also dedicate your life to interacting with the people who you touch, doing that and making them feel like you see them just as much as they see you. That's something that not a lot of artists do or can do, especially not at the level that Nicki Minaj is. The way she consistently listens and hears them, the way she jokes on Twitter and they go back and forth and she has banter with us. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all could never, never, never make me hate that lady. Never, never. Why? Because I feel like she loves me. She may not know me personally, but I'm a barb. I can genuinely say I feel like she truly loves and respects her fan base. And she said it earlier this week as the album was coming out that like her journey was so different because she almost started as friends with her fans, like the people who she was making music for, right? She used to get on MySpace and interact, and she's always interacted, you know, heavily with them. But to her point, as she grew in her icon status, like her relationship and the way she viewed those people who supported her never changed. And that is why I love that lady. So again, 5 reasons why I love Nicki Minaj. It is 11:48 and the album comes out in 2 minutes. So the 5 reasons that I love Nicki Minaj. 1, her creativity. There's no one who thinks like her. I know Beyonce said it, but there's no one who thinks like her. Number 1, her creativity. Number 2, her ambition. She said, in the end, it's not going to be about her looks or connections. It's going to be about who wants it the most. She wants it the most. Number 2 is her ambition. Number 3 has to be her consistency. She has remained consistent her entire career. She has been on the top. She continuously remains the best. Not because every time she steps out, she does her best, but because she is consistently trying to be the best. Number 4 definitely has to be her resilience. They tried to kill your favorite bitch. They tried to really dismantle what it is that Nicki Minaj is in this industry. And it didn't happen. And Pink Friday 2 is an example of how that did not happen. And last but not least, 5 is how she treats her fans. Like, shout out to the queen. I love you. I love you. Congratulations on Pink Friday 2. I hope that it's everything you wanted it to be. And I hope you enjoy the journey from this point forward of us receiving it. I hope you just enjoy this moment of being a fucking icon. I love you.